Okay. So, obviously my dog alerted to the presence of narcotic odor coming from the vehicle. Okay, that gave me cause to search the vehicle. All right. In the center console next to where you two were sitting, found a bag with some white powder in it, and then there's 2 meth pipes. Hey.
Lima County, Ohio, January 15th, 2022. A sheriff deputy stops a vehicle for a minor infraction. What follows raises significant Fourth Amendment questions. Expired tags constitute a misdemeanor under Ohio Revised Code, Section 450-3.11. A valid basis for the stop requiring no additional suspicion. Under Delaware v. Prowse, 1979. A traffic violation alone is sufficient probable cause. Officers may also order all occupants out of the vehicle under Pennsylvania v. Mims, 1977.
Lima County Sheriff's Office. Where you stop vehicle tonight, your tags are expired on your vehicle.
I'm going to my to get them.
Okay. Okay, do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance for us, please?
My phone says on my insurance.
Okay. All right, if you could just provide them to him on that side over there for me, please. Where you guys heading to?
By Whataburger.
By Whataburger?
Yes, sir.
What you pulling here for then?
I had to get my backpack that I left at my friend's.
Oh, okay. And your backpack got your wallet in it?
No, sir. I lost my wallet whenever I went to jail.
Okay. What'd you go to jail for?
Domestic violence.
Oh, okay. Okay. You don't have your copy of your license on you, Haven?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. You got anything? You got the registration or anything?
My phone's dead. Yeah, registration.
Okay. Is there any weapons in the vehicle? Any guns, knives, grenades, tasers, anything like that? Ma'am?
No, yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. That's why. That's where you guys coming from right now?
Over at my dad's friends. But my dad knows them. They did landscaping together.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I've only been out of jail like a week and a half, so.
Okay.
Hello, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Did you guys already give them all the documentation they need?
Oh, that I believe so, yes, ma'am.
Okay, what did you have, or what are you still looking for?
My phone's dead, so I don't have my insurance.
Oh, you're still looking for your insurance?
My phone is dead.
I gotcha.
And I don't have my driver's license on me.
You don't have your driver? Okay. Well, it might take a minute, but they should be able to look it up.
That's what I told them.
Are you just trying to find the hard copy of the insurance card?
I have it on my mobile app and my phone.
No, I mean like the actual hard copy.
I don't have one.
Well, I mean, it's at your risk if you're going to operate it with a bad registration. But, I mean, you got to kind of prioritize sometimes, you know?
I haven't had the money to do it.
I gotcha. Where do you work at?
I don't have a job right
Okay. What do you do for income?
now. I'm looking for a job, but I don't have any income. I mean, I help clean and stuff. When I can find jobs doing that, I did condo cleaning.
Okay.
But it's kind of slow right now.
Do you work anywhere?
No, ma'am. I was doing some landscaping with my dad, but I just got out of jail like a week and a half ago.
Oh, okay. Did you already provide them your information as well?
Yeah, I told them my name and my date of birth.
Okay. Have I been out with you before?
Probably. I don't know. I don't think so.
All right, ladies. Do you mind just standing over here at the front of the bumper? All right. There you go. You girls have any weapons or anything of that nature on you? All right. Do you mind if I pat you down real quick just to make sure? Well, keep your hands out of your pockets. I know, but that's like the worst thing you can do is start reaching in your pockets. I'm just going to pat you down for weapons, okay? All right. Search is going to be a little bit different. I'll let you hold on to your phone.
I don't have a bra on. I'm wearing
You don't have a bra on?
bodysuit,
That actually makes it a little easier for me.
Standing. Turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back. You're being detained right now.
You don't have anything stashed down here? Those are the snaps you got down there?
I can unsnap it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put your phone in your pocket. Put your hands behind your back right now. I'm gonna have you kick off your shoes here in a second too, okay? Alright. Kick your left shoe off from me real quick. You still got the tag on these?
I was just at my storage unit. That's why I have to. Can you pull the back good?
Ooh, alright, go ahead. It might be kind of hard because they're already tied. Yeah, I wouldn't even worry about it right now. Alright. Alright, you're still good with me searching you and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright, kick your right foot off to the side. Nothing stashed away in your panties. Now your phone's right there. Alright. You got a back pocket on that side? Alright, you can lean up against the car if you want to. I was gonna say we can separate the two if you want to.
A K-9 unit was deployed while the stop was being processed. United States versus Place, 1983. Established that a dog sniff is not a Fourth Amendment search. Illinois versus Caballes, 2005. Confirmed K-9 deployment during a lawful stop requires no additional suspicion, provided the stop is not unlawfully prolonged. The dog alerted. Under Florida versus Harris, 2013. A certified alert is sufficient probable cause for a full vehicle search without a warrant. Officers recovered white powder from the center console, methamphetamine pipes, and paraphernalia at the floorboard. Field testing confirmed methamphetamine and fentanyl. Probable cause to arrest was established by physical evidence and a confirmed field test.
Okay. So, obviously my dog alerted to the presence of narcotic odor coming from the vehicle. Okay, that gave me cause to search the vehicle. All right. In the center console next to where you two were sitting, I found a bag with some white powder in it, and then there's 2 meth pipes at your feet in the passenger seat.
Yeah, no, I literally just got a ride from her to go get the rest of the stuff from my dad's friend, from landscaping, get the rest of my money he owed me, and then I was coming here to get my bag from my friend Carissa, and I'm staying over there by Whataburger.
Okay.
I'm staying with my friend, she just got out of jail last night because I had nowhere to go. I was in Destin.
Okay. So you don't do any of that stuff? You
No,
don't
sir.
use any
I
of
just
it?
got out of jail literally a week and a half ago.
Do you have history of using it?
No, sir, just weed.
Just
and I did
weed?
11 months probation when I was 16 years old.
Okay. Do you understand what constructive possession is? Means if it's in the area that you were sitting and you have reasonable access to it, then you could potentially catch the charge, which granted, if that's her vehicle, she's responsible for what's in her vehicle, but if she denies it too, then you could potentially both be charged. Okay? So I'm just letting you know. All right? So, all
I
right.
understand. Thank you.
That's your car? Okay. You want to talk to me about the 2 meth pipes that I found and the bag of powder that I found in your vehicle?
I'm not the only one that drives that car, and I'm not the only one that's drove it today, but I know that
You're responsible for what's in your car. So whenever I test that, whatever it tests to be, if it's I'm willing to bet it's either meth or cocaine. You have a history of using? Why would it be in your car then?
I think I said I'm not the only one that drives that vehicle.
Well, you should probably start watching who you let people get in your car then. Because, potentially, if you're saying it's not yours and she's saying it's not hers, and it's with reasonable access to both of you, technically both of y'all can go to jail tonight. So you don't know nothing about it. Okay. Let me stand back up there. They are both denying it. They're both denying knowledge of it, but is this them? Yeah, the powder was found in the console, and then this pipe was in a black zipper case at the floorboard of the front passenger floorboard, and this broken glass was right next to it.
She's going to go for possession of paraphernalia. That one's going to go for possession of
Well, I mean, if it's in the center console within reach of both of them, they can both catch it. What you think? I think that there's meth. Boom. Hard hit on meth. Oh yeah. It's not just blue, it's blue.
What I got?
A little mixture of both.
Meth, a little bit of fentanyl. See that?
Isn't that what they're calling?
Yeah, keep that sealed up.
Isn't that what they're calling purple?
I don't know what they're calling it.
I think the nickname is purple, because they've been ODing on it a lot up in the north end.
There it is. Is she good to go? All right. We'll take them both. All right. Come on over to me. You want to sit back in the corner?
Are you keeping him separated for right now or no?
No, they can sit back there. I don't care. It's all recorded anyway.
Hey, then why you gotta be lying to me? Huh? About not being a user. What you lying to me for? How you gonna tell my partner? How you gonna tell my partner that you use, and then you're gonna tell me that you don't use? I'm not gonna stand here and judge you because you use. I mean, if you're a user, you're a user. What I am gonna judge you for is whether or not you lie to me. Huh? Well, if you're embarrassed, then quit. Quit giving yourself a reason to be embarrassed. Well, you're not trying very hard. You want to try one more time about telling me about the powder and stuff? Or are you going to continue to act like you don't know about it?
I'm not the only one that drives that vehicle, and I know that I'm responsible for what's in it, and I didn't go through the car before I got in it.
Both occupants denied knowledge of the narcotics. Officers applied constructive possession under Ohio Revised Code, Section 2925.11. That doctrine is met when contraband is within a person's reasonable reach and they have awareness of its presence. The center console was accessible to both. Exposing both to arrest, the passenger had narcotics concealed internally. After being advised non-disclosure would add a felony charge, she voluntarily disclosed and cooperated in recovery. Courts distinguish voluntary disclosure from a compelled search. No Fourth Amendment violation is apparent on these facts.
All right, well, you're going to jail for it. Tested positive for meth and fentanyl.
And what?
Fentanyl.
Here's the deal, okay? I already searched you. Obviously, there are some places where I can't reach. If you have anything stashed away inside you, this is your last opportunity. Otherwise, you're going to catch an additional felony charge up at the jail.
An additional felony charge?
If you have something on your person that I couldn't get to or couldn't find, do you have anything on you that you need to tell me about?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hold on. I think she might have something on her.
What?
You said you have something stashed away somewhere I can't get to? All right.
Hold out.
And that's why I just closed that. Alrighty. Step over here. Is it tucked away up inside you?
Yes, ma'am. It's probable.
Alright. It's probable or it is?
Probable.
Alright, you said it's tucked away deep inside you right now?
Yes, but it's not like deep. It's just like right there.
Alright. Can one of you guys bring me a bag so I can go ahead and dump it in a bag as soon as I get it out? Alright. This is when it's going to get a little awkward, okay?
That's fine.
You said it's actually inside you?
Yes, ma'am, but it's like right there. I can grab it if you want me to. You want me to?
Are you able to
Yes,
with your
ma'am.
hands handcuffed?
Most probably.
If you can do it on your own, then I'll let you do it.
No, yeah, probably I can't.
You said it's still sticking out, though?
Yes, ma'am. Like, you just have to go back a little bit.
Okay. There it is. All right. Is this it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else in there?
That should be it. If
That
that's,
should be it.
if that's 2 bags, yes, ma'am. That's all it was. 2 separate bags.
2 separate bags. Does that look right? Like I said, if there's still something inside you, then you're gonna catch an additional felony charge.
No, there should be. This is another bag.
There's another bag in there?
Yes, ma'am. If not, then it's in my wallet in the car. It was in my wallet.
No, there it is. It was really in there. Okay. There we go. Is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you pop it again?
Absolutely.
I just want to talk to her about this.
Go ahead.
Can I spit my gum out really quick? I'm sorry.
Have a seat.
Can I spit my gum out?
Yeah.
Wait. Can I spit my gum out?
I don't want to touch that side.
This side?
That side. That's the safer side.
Cool.
We'll put it in a big bag for now. Try and avoid touching that side unless you got clothes on.
Okay.
It was in there. So
Okay. You put that right there. I'm not touching it. All right, we're getting out of here. They're not going to tow it. She said.
Yeah, I heard.
The driver was adjudicated guilty of possession and paraphernalia, sentenced to 225 days, followed by probation, and rearrested. On felony charges in April 2023, the passenger entered a diversion program on synthetic cannabinoid and paraphernalia charges. The deputy receives a grade of B+, the stop, K9 deployment, and search were constitutionally grounded throughout. One concern, Miranda warnings were not given when subjects were handcuffed and told they were being detained. A threshold triggering custody under Miranda versus Arizona and Berkemer versus McCarty. 1984. The driver receives a grade of D. As registered owner, she bore direct, constructive possession liability for narcotics within reach. Her denials were contradicted by proximity and prior admissions. The 2023 rearrest confirms a pattern the courts were unable to interrupt. The passenger receives a grade of C. Internal concealment established independent possession. Voluntary disclosure and diversion represent a more constructive legal outcome. The lesson is legal exposure. A single expired tag opened the constitutional gateway to a stop, K9 deployment, and full vehicle search. No drug suspicion was required at any stage. Once a certified dog alerts, the Fourth Amendment authorizes a complete search. The precedent is settled and was applied correctly here. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.
We're getting out of here.